From the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is Real Talk, No Strings Attached. The podcast brought to you by the youth of Indianapolis, using this platform and their voice to touch on vital topics they believe impact their communities. Here's the Real Talk team for some real talk, no strings attached.
Are you ready? Because here we go.
Hi, y'all. It's Xavier Michaels.
Skizon Hassan.
It's Naya Rios.
There's Otto Waller.
It's Real Talk Podcast. How y'all feeling?
I feel good. How about y'all?
I feel good.
Hey, it's solid in here.
So, y'all, how y'all feel about the new curfew?
Your curfew? It's actually crazy that it's actually gotten to this point, to be honest. 4th of July, other crazy things that went down. I feel like this new curfew that's being implemented, I don't really think it's going to be a permanent solution, to be honest. It's feeling very temporary to me. Like, government, police are scared. You know, they are trying to find a solution to an answer. I mean, they're trying to find an answer to that was.
And a little topic. Didn't they put out a curfew a few?
Yeah.
About a year back? They didn't work out right. Is that right?
I feel like the curfew is so unnecessary because people, especially teenagers, is gonna do what they want to do regardless. Like,
I feel like it's too low too late.
yeah. So I feel like, you know, if somebody want to go out past 11, they're still gonna do that, and if they don't, they're gonna figure out what they want to do. If it's with gun violence, they're gonna figure out how to do it during the day. So
Yeah, that's very true. I was talking to this young lady a couple weeks ago or whatever, and we were talking about this very subject. And she literally said, I want to be outside. No curfew is going to stop me from having fun with my friends, being outside, whatever. I feel like that's, the mentality of a lot of youth have nowadays, right? In order to have fun, they feel like they got to be outside past 11, 12 at night.
That's what I'm saying. What's outside past 11 to 12?
What is outside?
I mean, I asked Victor, but he was always trying to say it's parks and it's
Okay, but real talk though, what's I guess just the idea of you're around a lot of your peoples, a lot of your friends, right? It's dark outside, not everybody's gonna know what you're doing, except for select people, that you're with. Is that's what's enticing about it, right? And that's what
it's they have their freedom. Yeah. Nobody's watching now. Nobody's watching over now.
Yeah, it's not
freedom.
You're not in daylight. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. What's the difference between you doing stuff inside the day than at night, besides it's being busy?
Maybe because it's less people outside. I don't know. You just said besides less busy. I feel like that's what it is. It's really just not busy.
See, I was gonna say if we're going back on topic, going back to gun violence. Let's be for real, right? It's dark outside, right? You have more leeway to do things, right? You have more leeway to freely carry a gun. Nobody can really tell, because it's dark outside, right? You have more leeway to do these things, these crazy things that you really shouldn't be doing at this time, right? At this age, but you're doing it because you feel you have that freedom. Oh, they feel they have that freedom. They feel this is cool. Literally do this.
No, that's real. And I feel like more than anything, our generation is full of ignorant kids, bro. Mm-hmm. It's they want to solve every problem with violence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They think to solve a problem, guns, right? You know what I'm saying? Violence and stuff like that. And to have a good time, they feel like they are putting themselves in danger or use a type of substance or something like that. Yeah. Right? Xavier was saying, it's being outside is cool, but it's bro, past 12, what are you really doing? You know what I'm saying? You really just out there to get in trouble at that point. You actually looking to get in trouble. Because you can do the same thing, outside, inside. If you really want to hang out with your friends, whatever, go outside. You know what I'm saying? Do your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Go meet up at a house or something like that. Chill in the basement or whatever.
Even then, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of, opportunities there, too, because a lot of kids these days are getting into, drugs and stuff like that. So, and even what we was talking about earlier, growing up around people who have guns and, you never know, where these kids are going, if they're going to a place where their parents have guns out on the living room table or something. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I mean, but what happened to fighting? People know how to fight. And
people are scared. I feel like they're scared.
All right, let me propose a question real quick. So, going off all that, what would y'all say like the main, well, not the main, but like the leading causes are for like gun violence and like things of that nature? Like all this, like this things that, like, you know, downtown, like you said earlier, right? Things that like that, situation like that downtown that happen, right? Within teenagers, within youth like ourselves, right? What do y'all feel like is like the main like causes of things like that?
Social media or artists.
Yeah, opening up a wider like influences. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so many influences out here that promote gun violence and drugs and stuff like that. And our generation more than like any is like so impressionable. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? We see like a rapper, you know, holding a gun or, you know, smoking weed or like doing drugs, whatever, and singing about it, like somewhere in their minds like, oh, that's what I'm trying to do it too.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah. So like just the idea of like, you know, being like the people I see is become so normalized, but like, yeah, why is that? Why?
Like, people, they either peer pressure or if like this gotta fit in.
Yeah.
Like, people don't know how to be themselves at all.
And also, I feel like these people, right, like these artists, musicians, these influencers who promote these type of things, like, how I put it, they kind of live a lavish lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually the people that are doing these things, like these artists or whatever, like, they think about it. Like, they got, like, the money, the cars, the women, the, you know, the high life, right? And I feel like on a psychological level, it's kind of like, well, if they do these things, right, I look at them as cool, right? If they do these things, then, you know, to some extent, if I do it, you know, maybe, just maybe, you know, like, I'll have that lifestyle too, right? Or, you know, trying to impersonate or, like, be like somebody else and not really understanding, like, who they are as a person, right? I feel like that's where a lot of, like, kids fall into that trap. Cause, like, you know, at my high school, right, there's so many kids that want to become SoundCloud rappers and artists, whatever, and, you know, I'm trying to be like Chief Keef and, you know, King Von, and all of them, Lil Durk, right? Some kids came in claiming they from the O. Bro, you from 71st. Guys are like, relax.
You live in the suburbs. I didn't do the con. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. For real.
I would say, I feel like youth or teens nowadays need to realize that everything they see on TV isn't real. Most times, these rappers, they rapping about killing somebody, and really, they really not. I mean, the music catchy, wrong, but like, it's not real. So then they influence, well, I'll say they put out this image, artists put out this image that to get guns, get all the women, get the money and everything, right? But same time, these kids are getting guns and shoot and not even know how to shoot and killing people, not even realize what's really going to here.
Yeah, and there's so much, like, they're literally just promoting violence, and there's so much of that nowadays, like, promoting it being good to go shoot somebody or go fight somebody as soon as you get mad. Like, there's so much of that going on these days, and it's not okay.
Yeah. So, like, basically saying, you know, piggyback on what you're saying, Miss Nyla. So, how do y'all think, like, people's upbringing, like, with the gun violence and, you know, drug abuse and stuff like that, how do y'all think that carries into, like, their, like, everyday life and how they handle conflict and stuff?
I'm sorry, you said
Yeah.
upper.
What was the question again? I was
Like, how does, like, I'm sorry. Like, how does, like, if a kid is constantly around gun violence and substance abuse, whatever, how is that upbringing, like, affect how they handle conflict in the future?
I feel like what we was just talking about earlier, what you grow up around is like who you're gonna be. What you see and like what you see people do is what you're gonna end up doing, unless like there's a big change. Like if you have a good mentor and stuff like that, I feel like you could probably avoid that. But like what you see like an experience in your life is really who you're gonna be.
I would say, I feel like I understand what y'all saying, but at the same time, it's like a choice. You have a choice. Like at the same time, you see that drugs killing people. I know people watch TV. You should see that drugs kill people on TV, whether it's real or not. You see that guns is killing people, whether it's real or not.
Yeah.
But you should have a choice between whether you've seen this every day and you want to live that lifestyle, and or you want to make a change. It's like you live by the gun, go down it. Stop.
I feel like to play devil's advocates for that though, like some kids like believe like they don't really have a choice, you know what I'm saying? Like some people are very stuck in like this mindset of they're comfortable with being like in this dangerous environment. They don't see a way out.
They don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I feel like they don't see nothing wrong with it because that's what they saw growing. Like, as a baby, they saw that. You know what I'm saying? It is definitely a choice, but at the end of the day, some people don't know right from wrong. Like, they don't know that that's the wrong thing until they get to, like, high school and stuff like that.
So do y'all think y'all can fault the parents, or it be on both
Yes.
halves?
Yes,
I fought the parents.
I would definitely fault. The parents have a very big role in their children's life. If you're, say, like, you grew up with your grandmother, you didn't grow up with the mom, and you're watching everybody else grow up with the mom, like, that's different for you. You know what I'm saying? The way that your parents are, like, if you're abused by your parent, you're gonna most likely grow up abusing other people. You know what I'm saying? Your parents have the biggest influence on you.
See, okay, let me play a little devil's advocate to that, right? You can blame the parents, yes, but like I feel like,
It depends on the situation.
yeah, and you also gotta realize, like, these kids nowadays, we're coming to like an age where like kids are developing a lot quicker, right? No, well, in a way, right? Because I feel like they understand, right, what they're doing. They just don't. They use like the excuse of like, this is how I grew up, so I have to be like this, right? Or like, I grew up with, my dad doing this, fighting this, mom was yelling, blah, blah, blah. So, I have to be, this kind of person. Yeah. Well, I feel like that's not the case, right? There has to be a time and a point in place where like you realize I'm my own person, right? I should know better than to do things like that. Like, for example, every person sitting at this table right now, right? You can vouch for yourself that there was a time, right? There was a time, place, day, anything that you thought, like, you sat with yourself and you thought about it. Like, hey, I am my own person, right? These decisions that I'm making, I made them to better myself, right? Yes, I have my upbringing, right? Which helped, build my morals, my values. But at the end of the day, I'm still making decisions that impact me and solely me, right? So I feel like these kids need to realize, like, there's got to be a point in time where the whole excuse of my parents were like this, so I got to be like this. So
I don't think it's necessarily I have to be like this. This is who I am. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't have the opportunity to see different, you know what I'm saying? Or learn different, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's not I have to be like this because my family is like that. No, I feel like I am like this because this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? And some people don't see anything different. Like, they don't see a good family. They don't see good behaviors and stuff like that. So I feel like for a lot of people, it's not just going based off of what you have to be like that. No, I don't think they see it as a choice. I think that's just who they are and who they grew up, like how they grew up.
I do agree with Unaya and Adewale, because at the end of the day, right? I mean, missing at a certain age, like, I understand what you're saying. Like, at a certain age, you should be able to see whether it's good or not, right? Yeah. But at a point, it comes to a point where it's just like, dang, this is who I am. You gotta accept what it is.
Yeah, and it's not an easy thing to change your whole entire attitude. It's not easy to try to change who you are and how you grew up. That's not easy. So that's how I feel about it. Like, I really feel like trying to say, oh, like, I need to change, and then changing within that moment is really hard. So, yeah.
I truly feel like it's easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? Because while I do understand, like you said, it gets to a point like shifting the blame is very, very easy. You know what I'm saying? It's really easy, to just be like, oh, that's my parents' fault. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the other reason why I grew up the way I grew up, and not taking accountability and being like, okay, well, now you're getting to a point where your actions are your actions alone. You know what I'm saying? It's like, mom and dad can't save you forever. Like, you're getting into the real world now. It's like you need to own them for it, right?
And a lot of people have a good upbringing and just choose to go be in gangs and be bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, I don't think it's solely on the parents, right? Yeah. But I think it starts in the home, for sure. Like, you know, like what I was saying, like if you grow up around certain violence and certain, like if you're exposed to certain, then not even violence, if you're just exposed to certain things in the household, like there's gonna be a part of you that grows up and thinking like it's normalized, right? Or that's all you know, right? So some level, and parents are the ones that are, you know, the most influential, right? Like if you don't have parents, right, that's gonna scar you for the rest of your life. If you know are abused as a kid, that's gonna go through the rest of your life. You know, there's certain things. If you grew up from a great family, right, your parents, you know, were always there for you, whatever, that's gonna carry you with you for the rest of your life. Like I feel like it always does start, you know, with the parents, right? Now it's not their like
Or their guardian, like
their guardian,
their mother, or
it may not
raised,
be,
taking care of them.
it may not be their fault all the way through their life, but definitely in this early stage, like especially at our age, it's definitely a big thing. Like even with the curfew thing, right? It's like, think about how many parents just let their kids walk at the house, or you know, kids who or parents who just let or guardians with their kids come in at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, don't say nothing.
And they just kids, they ain't even at the age of 18 yet.
Yeah, like it's actually crazy. You know, I think about how like so many stories I hear people telling me like, oh yeah, I stuck at the house and I got back home at like, you know, 3 in the morning or whatever. You know, we have a friend, her, which college, talking about she was downtown all night, right? And texting me saying like, oh, I'm tired, right? You know, I'm out, whatever. I just got home. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, why are you just now getting home? What can you possibly do in downtown all night long, right? But her parents don't say nothing, right? And it's like, it starts in the home for sure.
I would say, because I feel like where it messes up at is where parents want to be friends with their kids.
Yeah.
Like my mama, even though we had a little ups and downs, she always told me like, I'm not your little friend. I'm cool with you, but you never be that cool where you think I'm like one of your little friends.
Yeah.
I feel like that stems from these new parents and guardians being so young, right? Because it's kind of hard to try to like navigate and teach a child when it's like you're kind of still a child yourself, right? So especially if you don't have a good support group, if you don't have a good like a head on your shoulders, right, people in your corner, you know, it's like how can you raise a kid right from wrong when it's like you don't even know yourself really. That's how it grow.
So I got like a question or like a statement. I am saying question. I feel like it's unnecessary, or why is it necessary that us young male adults, I feel like we got to carry around a gun, be certain person, some type of girl or female. Like I feel like they host a lot of guns to be like, oh yeah, I know it's going to attract these type of girls now because I see some type of artist doing it, so and they got all the girls and everything, so now I gotta do it.
Let me go off like a point you also made earlier about like social media and stuff. I feel like that plays a big role into it, right? Like you said exactly. Like actually no, you and Diesel said, right? There's these artists, rappers, musicians, like, you know, all these people, right? Who show these things, right? Who kids look up to, who they aren't supposed to look up to, but they look up to as, you know, the person I want to be, right? The top person I want to be. When really, like in reality, it's not good. It's not a like good value or trait to have, especially at such a young age. But kids don't know any better. Well, at least not yet. Right. So, you know, they follow these people thinking, you know, this is what will get me famous. This is what will get me, you know, a step ahead in life. You're right. All the girls, the money, all of that. Right. And I feel like that's the case.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely, and social media has a lot to do with it. A lot. Even like just watching like the videos, what's the videos called when they make the rap and then they make a video for it.
Music video?
Yeah, that. Yeah. And they make the music video. And like they're showing all their guns and like girls with no clothes on and this and that. I feel like that definitely has a big part to play in it. And people just think, oh, like, let me be just like them so I can.
They look
successful. Yeah. No, that's not it.
And I want to say, like, as a Black community, I feel like we really have a very poor representation of who we are as a people. For real, I really feel like our culture is so much more than just guns and violence and drugs and stuff like that. Yeah. But that's all that's ever promoted, right? So a young Black kid growing up, whether in the hood, suburbs, whatever, even if they have all the tools for a good life, if all they see, if their only vision of success is rapping or, you know, being an artist or hanging around guns and stuff like that, shooting and killing, and you think that's your only method of survival or solving a conflict, it's like, of course, you know, that's the life you're going to strive for. That's why we see so many kids who, they could be talented, like they're great athletes, right? Great athletes, very gifted, scholars, whatever. But because they were put in these unfortunate situations, or because they don't have a representation of what a good Black role model looks like, you know, their vision is askew. Like, they set their dream short, right? It's like, you could be reaching for the stars, but instead you're over here, you know, picking up scraps. It's like, there's so much more to life that, you know, it's for you. But because you don't see it, you don't know. You know, it's like, and that's why I feel like as a people, we need to do better. We need to create better representation for the younger generation. We need to become people that you know, our brothers and sisters, you know, cousins or whatever, can look up to and say, like, you know, that's the person I want to strive for, right?
All right, I got a little two-part, right? Because going off what he said, we have a friend like that, right? Mind you, dude, athletic, 6'1", right? Great parents, lives in the suburbs, but apparently his idea of like a good life, a well-off life, is to follow these drill rappers, right? And like, you know, pretend he's something he knows he's not. But right, he's like so in tune with like these like music videos and these like things that he sees. It's like he thinks that's the right path, right? Now, question for what you say, going off that. Now, do you feel like it's the older generation's job to do that, or do you feel like it's our job now to start that, and like they can't,
You know what? It's crazy because before, if you would have asked me this question a while ago, I would have said yes, it's the older generation's responsibility to, you know, teach and nurture and guide, you know, the younger generations, because I feel like as a society, not even as a Black community, but as a people, right? I feel like it's the duty of the older generation to do those things, right? You know, to pave the way, right? But now I'm realizing, like, we have to be the change we want to see in the world. Like, nobody is coming to save us. Nobody's going to come help us, right? You know, it's like, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, you know, I feel like the older generation is kind of looking back on it and being like, nah, like, y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want no parts, right? Like, I hear wilding and tripping, whatever, like, nah, right? So it's like, at this point, it's us, right? Like, we have to be the ones to do it, and it starts right now, right? Even doing stuff like this, like, you know, hopefully, like, our message gets out to as many people as we possibly can, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we can even just touch the hearts or minds of just one person, you know, through, like, you know, doing podcasts like this, or, you know, meeting somebody on the street or whatever, like, I feel like it's our duty to do right? Which I think.
I want to re-mention or piggyback up on how many you meant earlier. So, you know, you said that we are us as the Black community, right?
Yeah.
African community. We already have images put out on us from different people.
Yeah.
I feel like if teens, or I'll say people in general, just have the mindset that we all got to come together instead of killing each other off, it would be something way different. I mean, like, you already got us a label as a sandwich or something like that, and we're proving our points by killing each other, by killing other people, by shooting.
And it's like we're literally like killing each other, like our community. It's not like we're going around killing white people, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why are we killing each other? We're trying to create peace, like, with each other. Why is this going on, and why does it keep being promoted as a good thing?
Right. Well, I feel like us as a people, I feel like we're just so angry, right? You know, like, whether that anger is warranted or not isn't really the point or a problem. It's the fact that we just think like every, you know, answer needs violence, right? And like, that's the only way we know how to live, you know? You know, because of everything that's happened to us throughout the history, you know, everything that's going to continue to keep happening to us. It's like we have to realize at one point, it's like, you know, this world is not going to change. It's not going to cater to us, right? Yeah. It's not going to, you know, all of a sudden do a 360 and all of a sudden, like, we're going to be loved and admired, you You know, it's like we're gonna have to make it change, right? And you know, our ancestors and people of the older generation, they tried, right? They paved the way, but somewhere along the line, you know, we fell off, right? We started getting into a habit of like becoming like killers and rappers and artists and stuff like that instead of like actual jobs and that can, you know, get our foot in the door and stuff like that, right? Like I said, like, you know, while I was saying earlier about our friend, whatever, he's a very, very smart, intelligent person, one of the smartest people I ever met, right? But it's like, he set his heights, like his dreams so low, you know, it's like, he has the potential to go to like any college he could want, right? Yeah. But instead, he's trying to go to like community college or something like that, right? Like, you know, take the easy way.
Yeah. Do you feel like that has something to do like about where he grew up and what he's seeing like other people that are like him do?
For sure. Because he comes from a family where he has successful people in his family, but he doesn't have any support.
Yeah.
Like, he's truly alone, right? His circle, right? And before, you know, he had good friends, right, who kept him level-headed, but, you know, because of some certain situations, you know, he moved away, right? So now he's kind of alone now in a space where it's very ghetto, right? Yeah. You know, and he's around.
Yeah, and the people he's around a lot of the times, right? The new school he goes to, like the people in the neighborhood, sometimes it's like, it's all just like, I guess, a new feeling for him. Knows.
Yeah, for sure. So it's kind of like a addiction, kind of like he's chasing like this, like, you know, high, you know, like he's like, oh, like, this is fun, it's exciting, like this gives him like a thrill, whatever. And he's not thinking about his safety nor his health or his future. And you know, I really feel like I'm definitely gonna make him listen to this. Promise that. No. Let him make him listen to this. Like, honestly, we should have made him come to, you know, plug-in, you know, August 2nd, right, this weekend, for our talk on gun violence on West TV. Like, they can just listen in and tune in, like, for real.
Yeah, because it's very easy to be influenced by people.
Yeah, for sure.
So, Diesel, you know how you said earlier that, you know what I'm saying, instead of people walking away from something, they'll drink go to violence. I feel like it's not another way to solve it. Which brings to my next question. Why do we the people, or you, like, putting in this image that walking away from a situation is weak?
That's a good question. I really feel like, I'm not gonna lie, I really feel like it goes back, like, you know, like back in the day, like us being oppressed and abused as a community and a people, whatever. I truly feel like we're just so hurt, right? Angry all the time. And it's like, cause even everybody here can attest to it. Like, you know, if someone disrespects us in any way, we're not just gonna walk away, right? We're not just gonna like take it sitting down, right? And I don't know why. Like, I can't really give an answer for. Like,
I feel like it has a lot to do with like how you grew up again. Because I've heard a lot of people say like, oh, if you're gonna come fight us at home, you know what I'm saying? Or like even if like maybe you grew up seeing abuse or anything like that, and you're watching the person be abused and they're still not walking away and they're just being broken down, like obviously they're at their weakest moment. So it could be something like that. I really feel like it could be anything. A lot of kids just really just want to show out, and they really just want to be big and tough and want to be the cool person in the school or something like that. So that's how I feel about it.
So I agree with you, because growing up, I kind of was, based on my other films, I was kind of that person that was like, you lose that fight, I'm going to fight you.
Yeah.
You have to win. Or, it would tell me, like, you can take a loss, but don't take too many. So, this brings us to my next point, because, you know, Ms. Ronnie, she stated it on our Zoom call. Can y'all take an L?
Actually, yeah, let's go around.
Wait a minute.
Like getting it.
L, like somebody beat me up?
Yeah, like, just like,
Let's not just say it was somebody beat you up, but it's like it anything, really.
I can take an L.
But like, let's go in depth with that. Like, do you have a story? Do you have like an example? Like, it was something they need to relate to.
I have a story.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, actually, no, I don't. I'm sorry. That's not an L. It was really a blessing.
Well, still, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Hey, why not?
Well, okay, maybe that's the point. So when I was in school, I was a freshman in school. It was right before COVID started. And there was this girl that was pregnant. She was in 8th grade. She was like 14 years old. And I'm like, bro, that could never be me. Like, da-da-da-da, COVID come, boom, I'm pregnant. And I'm like, wow, like, this is me. But, like, at the end of the day, I love my daughter more than anything in the world. Like, she is the biggest blessing ever. She motivated me to do everything I ever did. Like, I dropped out of school after that, but I went and got my GED. I got licensed to be, like, do my dream. I moved to Florida to work my dream. Like, a lot of things happen in life, but a lot of things you learn from everything. If you take any L, you learn from it. But, I mean, that's why I feel like I could take an L, because if I'm taking an L from any type of situation, like, I can always learn from my mistakes or, you know, somebody else's mistakes, because I'm also very understanding of everybody's situation. If I see somebody with a lot of anger built up, like, I'm going to be very understanding of maybe they grew up different or something like that. So that's why I feel like I could take an L, because I'm very understanding and I learn from everything.
Yeah, I really agree with that. So, like, me personally, you know, I could take an L, right? I could take an L, right? But I don't consider it an L, right? Because it's kind of like, I'm going to give an example. Right? So, you know, I'm an athlete, right? A student athlete. I play soccer, you know, for my school, right? So, it's the beginning of the season, right? We have our rivals, first game, right? First game of the season, I'm hyped. It's what I've been, like, itching for, right? But to beat this team, right? You know, a varsity match, starting, whatever, I'm like, I'm here, right? Junior year, right? And I'm playing the game, you know, nothing I can do about it. I get injured, right? You know, I pull a muscle, right? Out for the rest of the game, out for like, well, I was supposed to be out for like 2-3 weeks, right? But I played on it, right? Stupid. Like, I should have rested, but, you know, like, I'm stubborn that way, right? So it took me out, right? And I was down, right? I was really down. I would call that an L. You know, like, I was down pretty bad, you know, to the point where, like I'm crying, right? I'm like, I was like one of the first times, like, I cried in a long time. I'm like, yo, right? I just let myself, for that night after the game, because we lost that game too. And I just felt so helpless. I'm like, yo, like, ain't nothing I could do. And you know what hurts more? It's when people come up to you and like, yo, I wish you played. Like, you know, we could have done this if you played, yeah. And it just feels like, dang, right? Like, I really lost today, right? So then, you know, in a dark room by myself, I'm just like, with all my emotions, I just, like, letting everything go, right? But after that was over, yo, dried my tears and was like, yo, I took a loss, right? I took an L. You know, now it's time for me to bounce back, right? That's exactly what I did. You know, I got my leg back together, you know, and I went on to become a league goal scorer of a team, right? I got my starting position back and everything. And I'm even a captain now. So it's like, you know, Common now is saying, like, it's kind of a blessing in disguise. Like, every L is not really a loss. You know, sometimes you need to get humble, right? I have to say, like, I was mad cocky before that. I never really been a cocky type. But it's like, you know, sometimes, like, an L will make you rethink, right? An L will give you confidence. It's really, if you ask me, you know. But
I feel like you're meant to take a lot of L's in life. I feel like that's what life is about. That's how you learn, like, literally just from, like, when you start walking and you fall, you gonna have to keep getting back up. So I feel like that's what life is really about. And just keep learning from your mistakes.
I can take the L, I just can't take too many, like I said earlier. I can agree with you, though, because there's been times that I had to be humble. Like,
yeah,
I had anger issues. So, first thing came to mind, I could argue. I can't argue. Still. First thing was like, come on, let's go up, fight.
Yeah.
And there was a time I got to a fight, and I got stopped on my shoulder. So it made me calm down about fighting. And then could start me still not knowing to control my anger. I was still fighting. And then I was at one of my, I think I was at track practice. And I was like in the 8th grade. And the kid, we had practice, but we was at another school. It was at a high school. And them kids said they was gonna talk to me. He was like, boy, so I was ready to fight, but I didn't know how they was gonna come behind each other and then jump me. So I feel like I could take a loss. It makes me realize like, okay, I can't just be out here fighting anybody because I don't know how somebody rounded behind somebody else. So I could take an L. I just can't take too many. I can bitch in the losses.
So, personally, I feel like it depends, right? It depends on the situation, who the person is, and like, just the overall emotion, all right? Because, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can take an L. Like, really depends, It, like, depends on how this person, like, came about it with me, right? They were, like, openly disrespectful, right? They meant to aggravate me in that type of way, right? Then it's like, okay, I gotta take that. It's like somebody open-handedly just, smacking you across the face. I'm not gonna take that.
I have a question now.
Yeah.
Do you think it's more disrespectful when a random person is disrespecting you or somebody you're close with is disrespecting?
Somebody random. Because, I would say, you gotta earn respect from me. So I'm up just not me you just disrespect me out of blue. It's just like, no, I'm gonna have to do that to you because now you disrespect.
All right, hold on. What?
I disagree with that.
Hold on, real quick. But like, what if it's like somebody but like they haven't earned like that level of trust from you yet? Where it's like,
I feel like that's a different story because if I know you, I ain't gonna call everybody my friends. So I can fight you, we could be cool. I can fight you, we gonna fight every time. It's gonna be an issue every time.
I feel like a fight between a friend is worse than a fight between a stranger. Because if it was a stranger, I have no remorse, no empathy for you. So it's like, bro, I will beat you to the ground. And it's like, I won't think twice. But with my friend, it's like, yo, are you for real right now? Like, are you actually thinking like for right now? Because it's like, I don't know how to put it. It's different. It's like, you disrespect me. It's like, hold on now. Like, you need to calm down, right? It's like, it's more than just disrespect. It's like, I don't know how to
It's
put it.
betrayal.
I would think betrayal.
I agree with you. In my opinion, if a random person disrespects me, it's like, bro, I don't even know you. Like,
Yeah.
bye. Like, I don't ever have to see you again in my life. But if it was somebody I'm really close to and I took the time to trust that person and confide in them and really try to, like, and I've told them about myself, like, and they go out of their way to disrespect me after I just put all my trust into you and I gave you my love and I gave you dang near all of me, like, I'm definitely fighting you, okay?
If there's already a level of respect between that person, to disrespect, it's like,
It hurts more, right?
Yeah.
Versus like you don't even know the person and they disrespect you, and it's like, well, I don't know.
You don't even know me, I don't know you, so you really can't disrespect me for real.
Because where this goes between my cousins, friends, family in general, we get a fight, it's gonna hurt me to fight you. Cause like it's like, dang, we supposed to be cool.
Yeah.
But anybody else that gonna beef with me or you, just know that you gotta, whether we cool or not, you still gotta be on it. So like I feel like it's kind of different because I can fight somebody I really don't know.
Yeah.
And I'll see you again. We don't gotta be cool and talk nothing. But for me, I have to fight my friend. It's gonna be hurting because like I done told you everything.
Right. I feel like that's more hurtful to fight somebody you really love and you really trusted. I feel like that's more hurtful to me because I really don't care about somebody on the street for real.
Yeah. But that's the thing. That's the scary part about it. Because, while I do say fighting a friend hurts more, it's also safer than fighting a stranger. Because, like, as I was saying, like, take an L. Not everybody can take an L. And that leads with this gun violence thing. It's like, hey, some people, like...
Some people do not. Some people really actually don't have the remorse and will kill you.
Yeah, they will kill you. Right? Like, they don't know how to take
They not just gonna stomp you. They gonna kill, like, you gonna be in the ground.
Yeah, it's a thing for real.
That's what you gotta be careful for.
How do I see? Real quick, because I noticed something, right? Why is it normalized nowadays to hold human life as like something so meager?
I think that people don't, like, grasp or understand that's, like, when somebody dies until they do it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, after they kill somebody, like, they regret it really. That's, like, the only thing they can think about. Some people. A lot of people really just don't care.
Then they be even more so for like they're like, okay, he did.
Yeah.
That way.
I feel like not even to that level. If you've ever been in a fight before, right? The feeling of inflicting actual harm and sowing fear into another human being is a different type of emotion and feeling, right?
Like, not everybody knows how that feels, right? So it's like people don't grasp the severity of it, right? Like, people don't understand, like, the weight of a human life, like, what it holds, right? And what it means to take another life, right?
Yeah, but why has it had to in this whole?
And I feel like, cause if they see, it's really like media, you know, and that's not even social media for real. It could be movies or TV shows, you know, anything. Like, you know, you hear, I'm pretty sure we all guilty of this. Like, we hear a song about rapping and killing whatever. We will all rap and like our hearts out to a song about, you know, most diabolical.
I'm in everybody listening to this right now. No, took her to the O.
To the
Word for word. Let's be for real. You know. You listening, you know.
But that's the issue, though, because now we just killing people, and I realize like you even took a life, and I would have like what if that would have been somebody taking your friend life, somebody like we don't.
And people don't think like that. People don't try to put themselves in other people's shoes, and maybe that's what it is. Maybe I think it's more of like people just being ignorant and not really caring about nobody else's life but theirs and their own. You know what I'm saying? So people don't really. I just feel like people just don't understand, like, either understand or they just don't care that what they're doing for real.
I would say this. It's hard to step away. But recently, there was something on the news, and I think somebody had killed somebody, and they went and dug their grave back up. I think it was put at the ground. They dug it right back up, and it's like, you got to really hate somebody.
That's so disrespectful.
And disrespectful towards somebody for
Right.
go dig somebody's grave. Like, you already killed them, but like, for you to dig somebody's grave up, and then they be quick to go after another family member.
Yeah.
Because the person you got, then now you got to go after the whole family.
Yeah, people have a lot of anger built up, and that's definitely a big problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, us as a people, like, we just, you know, white people, like, they got the excuse of being, like, mentally crazy, but, you know, us, so we just angry, bro. Like, we just, like,
Do you think that's mental too, though?
it is.
I think we all got something mentally going on.
Say, you really got to have like a crazy mindset for you to know that, oh yeah, I've killed somebody. You wouldn't have gone one thing, but like for you to go and say, oh yeah, I'm gonna go take somebody's life, go kill a bird.
Go to the shooting range and go shoot the person that's on the range thing, the little thing that moves.
I honestly feel like if you're able to hold a weapon designed to kill somebody and like you take a human life and like you just, it's not even on survival really. Like sometimes like killing this person is not going to affect the way you live anyway, right? But to take another life, right, and to hold a weapon of murder, like there's something that has to be like damaged, you know, like emotionally or physically, like something has to happen, right, in order for you to feel this type of way. I really don't feel like us as a community and society, like we were not designed to like kill and take from each other. We're designed to like build and create, you know, and that's like what hurts the most, right?
Yeah.
So really, I feel like we need like war programs or just more things that wraps around conflict resolution, because nowadays us running to a gun and killing somebody is not really an option anymore. It's gonna get to a point, and I feel like with them saying this curfew out, it's not really gonna change nothing. I feel like it didn't got too late
Yeah, for sure.
now for somebody to try to do something.
Yeah, what do y'all think are some like, you know, like peaceful solutions, you know, to like this gun violence problem? Like, what can we do as a community, as a people?
Go box it out. So maybe got a rank upstairs. I mean, yeah, but even
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's violence though. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like there should be so many more opportunities for kids and even adults, parents to get help. Like,
Yeah.
have somebody like a mentor or something to help them. Like, therapy is so expensive. Like, we need more opportunities for people to have somebody to lean on and have like better resources, like for mental health, not just for food and clothes. Like,
Yeah, we need more community based.
yes.
I mean, we need to come together as a community in general, because at the end of the day, we gotta look out for each other instead of killing each other.
Yeah.
You got so many, what's it called? Like, we got so many different viewpoints on us now, and it's just like we're just adding on to viewpoints. So it's like we need to find some type of change or something.
Yeah, facts. Like, we're just reading into the problem. Like, you know, black people, right, or minorities are quick to be like, oh yeah, you know, they hate us, or you know, they only see us this way. But like, let's be honest, like,
have we ever shown them anything else? You know, if you turn on the news and you see a black person, what is it most likely going to be for? Like, you know, killing or some charge, whatever, something negative, right? Like, it's very rare you see, like, you know, a good representation of, you know, a young black man or woman.
Yeah.
So the question that got in my mind is like, what did you gain for killing somebody? Besides saying, oh yeah, I killed that person.
Like I said, some people would do it off of survival, right? You know, it's like sometimes, you know,
Defense.
it's defense. Like,
No, I get that, but like,
What
In the case,
actually-
yeah, in the case that it's not defense.
in the case it's not defense, like, I don't know.
I think it's just
Well, I mean, there's multiple factors.
Yeah.
There's multiple factors you can put into it.
yeah.
Like, for example, you have they keep doing sociopaths are out there, right? Psychopaths, people like that. They don't think, they just do. And like, there's also cases where like you're just so blinded by rage. Well, it could, like revenge, right? Because there's a chance you're not the one that started it, right? There's a chance somebody else started this, right? They took somebody dear from you, and then you decide, you know what? No, I can't take this ill, right? I have to go spin back, quote unquote, for the person's life to be took.
Yeah.
so that's my next point, because we talked about it, I think when we had Watch TV here, it was about friend groups.
Right.
I do feel like friends influence that, because I mean, like, you can be cool with two different groups and they be beefing with each other, and now look at you, you would have messed up it. So now they feel like you got to be a target, because you never know whether you tell them one side to a six, they're on the other side, and now look.
I'm gonna throw a little scenario out there, right? All right, boom. What are you gonna do? What would you do if, one of your friends, close friends, got into like some beef with some people, right? And not even something like guns, no, that let's just say it's a conflict, right, of some sort, and he's in trouble, and it could escalate to a potential fight or something like that. Would you, and he or she, like, ask you for help? Like, would you help your friend knowing that it could escalate into something more serious, like a fight? Or would you just, like, would you go get somebody to help them? Or, like, what would you...
I feel like
It depends for
yeah, like I feel like if he's saying like, okay, somebody's about to try to jump me, obviously I'm gonna jump in, but I feel like if you're going to fight one person and now my friend's trying to pressure me to jump them, that's not okay. Like, that shouldn't even be your friend at that point, because why are you trying to... That's somebody you should not try to be jumping people and really trying to hurt them bad.
I agree, because like, if my friends, like, they can't fight,
Yeah.
or they like,
Or they need me to fight for them.
I will fight for you.
Yeah.
And you just not hop in, but like, or if somebody trying to jump you, and I ain't gonna let you get jumped.
Right.
That goes like, people here, I won't let y'all get jumped. But for you to tell me to jump somebody, and it's only one of them, y'all doing one-on-ones, just weird. And I just can't do it myself, because then you will never know if that same person that you're telling to jump, they gonna move right for you really right.
Right.
That means that Glory wasn't ready to fight in the first place. They're ill in the first place.
How do you call it, one leg?
Like, what would you do?
Honestly,
He gonna run.
but yeah, I agree with what she said earlier, right? It like, I feel like it depends on the situation.
Really, so.
Oh, well, somebody said it.
Y'all stand up now.
Right? Somebody said it. Right? It depends on the situation, right? Because I'm not just gonna like blindly jump in on a situation where like, oh, what, they finna jump you? Right? I'm there with you, right? With a lot. We're both gonna, no thank you. No thank you. Right? So I feel like you also have to have that like little knowledge, like, okay, is this something that's like, it's worth you fighting for? It's worth me like getting in it with you? Like, hello? Like, are you sure this isn't some like stupid, something petty? Like, let's actually sit down and talk about this, right? Figure out what happened. Like, what's the problem here, right? How can we resolve this without, somebody going to somebody and taking their life away?
Not for sure. I need to weigh all my options.
Right. I'm not, if I'm going to do this, we're going to make sure we go this way. Right with purposes.
You gotta plan stuff out inside your head before you do it. That's something I learned the hard way. That
It didn't like matters a lot, because if my friend picks a fight with, Therese and Tyrone, and they 6'5", straight out of Finches, I'm saying.
you got it. It even fucking super. I cheer for you on the sideline, you think?
You deserve to get beat.
So these are something that big.
Dude, twice his size. Like,
What did you so like at this point, man? Just apologize. Just say sorry.
Take that. Like, you had no choice. Oh my God. What about,
I don't know. I feel like you can fight about certain things, but I feel like people nowadays fight about stupid. Yeah, somebody looked at you the wrong way, and now I want to fight you.
that's definitely how it would be. Actually, what he just said right there, that's so crazy. How people, no, not just fight, kill each other over the fact that somebody looked at somebody the wrong way and then it escalated from there. You're telling me that's how little the standards are nowadays? That somebody can just look at you slightly wrong and you feel the need to escalate things to the point. What's escalated to the point where, right? You look
Clear to the point where you will just don't even like they're just don't stop thinking about their own life, and you over here talking about why is you looking? I was not even thinking about you.
yeah, that's crazy.
You know what? A lot of stuff, I feel like it comes around when, like, people, they can beef with one person, and then next thing you know, they go kill one, they film them. It's like, I would say my cousin, he was beefing with some people, right? And my other cousin, he got, like, a lot of siblings, so they was coming home from school, and who he was beefing with chased all them down the block and fight them. And they were shooting it on, and it was like, why do people feel like they got to go after everybody else for you to solve something? So something so small.
I hate when people be put like, you know, oh, you friends with so and so, you in it too. Like, no, like, you know, you beefing with like for example, like, you know, at some schools have beef, right? Even within the school, like, a lot of teams have beef, like a basketball team or a football team, whatever. It's like, oh, just because you're part of a certain team or a quote unquote gang or whatever, it's like everybody's problem. Like, no, like if I have beef with somebody, I'm not requiring anybody associated with me to be a part of my problem, right? Now, granted, if it's our problem, you know, and you were, you know, in the room when it happened, and, you know, we were like together in it, then I feel you. Like, yeah, we in this together, right? But if it's like I'm not about to drag, you know, somebody like my brother or my sister and then be like, oh, you know, they got it with me. Yeah, they got beef with me. You know what, that one meme where it's like, you know, I'm dying, my boy dying, sorry. Like, you know, like, I know, I wouldn't do that. It's kind of crazy.
That's fuck. That's just risking too much.
Yeah, facts. But it's, you know, like you saying, like, I feel like what you're saying, right? What you call it? I feel like women are a really big reason why a lot of these young men be getting into fights too, right? It's actually crazy how many people, like, will kill over a girl, you know what I'm saying, that's not even theirs for real. Like, you know, for like 2 days, bro.
Where you see her, you want her and show up.
It reminded me of my little story. I'm so sorry. This reminded me of one of my, I say this with a very, you know, graceful heart. One of my friends, her, quote unquote, right? When I tell you, it was so stupid. He has not been talking to this girl for anything over than 3 weeks, right? Some girl he used to mess with back in the day, she was just playing a prank on him, right? Because that's just how the girl is. I was friends with her too, so I knew, right? That's just how she is, right? She was playing a prank on him, right? And then she posted his picture, right? She made a little smart comment at the bottom of it, and then she posted his picture. And then dude, new girl, she messaged the girl and she was like, hey, why you posting a picture of my man, blah, 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 this and that, right? And they escalated, right? Tell me why. You go call her up, start threatening her, hey, I ain't gonna lie, you got me messed up. Don't get shot. You got me so blah, blah, blah. You got my girl, this and that. I'm like, bro, you don't know this girl. I'm saying that to say right now, at this very moment, them two are not even together. They're done. They're done. You're telling me you was finna shoot a whole nother girl.
And that goes back to the point about people fighting over, like, us looking at them like it's really the little things that people are fighting and killing about these.
No sense. See, you fighting over a girl, go get another one. Go get some money. Go get a job. Like, y'all still focus on the girl with another. This is a lot of fishing. Y'all see my.
But okay, but females do it too. Like, they want to fight over man too. So
If it's unnecessary.
yeah,
That is unnecessary. Fighting over something that's not yours.
All right, but like,
Everybody's.
real quick though, from everything we said the whole time, how do y'all feel like, what do y'all feel like the main causes are, and how can you like go against them, right? How can you like, you know, try and like resolve these issues? against with gun violence.
I think we answered both of these questions.
Yeah, I would say, especially with teenagers, that's like the big key right here, because that's like the leading like thing nowadays with teenage violence. So
I say social media and influences, part my top two.
Yeah.
Ways we can influence it is try to put like a better image or try to get like more programs out for teens to get a hold of their viewpoint or successful on things. Like try to change more mindsets on things. So like that's what
I feel like what we're doing right now is even helpful. Like y'all being on a podcast is so helpful. Like if one person finds your page, like it could change their life or change the way that they see things. I feel like teenagers should do this a lot more. Like I've never seen nothing like this, honestly. So
Be scared. I don't know why. It's something. My final 2 cents are community and like people you surround yourself with, right? If you are constantly around violence and negativity, that is eventually what you will bring into this world, right? That's all you know to give, right? So I feel like people need to find different social groups, find different people to be around, different energy. Like, you can't spend your life in a bad environment, thinking it's going to like benefit you in any way other than ensuing more violence, right? Like people need to break the cycle 100%. Like the cycle of violence that we have going on, we need to break it. We need to come together and realize like we are the problem. A lot of people have to shift blame and say like, oh, it's his fault I'm like that. It's your fault. You made me like this, or I did this because
taking accountability.
Taking accountability for sure. Like looking within yourself and being like, okay, I'm tripping, right? It's something will change.
Right. And I was just gonna say like, honestly, my little 2 cents, just ignorance, right? It's a lot of ignorance out there, right? That saying that goes, ignorance is bliss, that describes so much of everything nowadays, right? Like, just a little example, the idea that, I'm saying, you can go, take somebody's life, right? And they come back and then think, oh, it's cool. No, I said the first time I did that, right? It's okay until somebody does it back to you, until they take your life. Then it's not so blissful, right? So I just feel like people just need to be more educated. There needs to be more like outreach, right? Like he said, community, like there needs to be like more voices out there in the community, right? No pun intended, so just reach out to people, all right? Reach out to teenagers. Let them know that it's not how life is.
I feel like it's so crazy too that violence is promoted so much, but then like we have these little programs and like nobody really knows about them. Like why is this rap music like so popular and why is people shooting each other so popular? But then when there's people trying to give opportunities, like nobody want to talk about it.
But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? It's Wale. Appreciate y'all for listening.
It's Naya. Thank y'all for listening.
It's Diesel. Appreciate y'all.
Xavier, peace out. All right.
Follow us at Real Talk NDD.
And well, if y'all hear this after the little thing at Wish TV, then it's too late. But if you don't hear this before the thing, this Saturday, be here, Wish TV. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be turned. Appreciate y'all.
This is Real Talk. No strings attached. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast. And be sure to check out other great podcasts on the All Indiana Podcast Network. Online now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.